Sri Dayanidhi Maran.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir. Sir, we have a young dynamic
हम
minister.
तो आपको मौका देते हैं, लेकिन हम तो आपको मौका देते हैं, लेकिन बेटे बेटे वोट टिप्पणी करते हो आप।
Sir. I apologize, sir. Sir, I'd like to congratulate a young and dynamic minister. We wish you very best for the part of DMK party. We really welcome you. Your father was a good friend of DMK. Sir, I have the habit of booking out my ticket for Delhi online through Vistara Airlines, which belongs to Tata's. And the software is handled by Tata TCS. So this is seen, every time I seen, when I book a ticket, it's around 33,000 rupees, sir, one-way ticket from Chennai to Delhi. When I go to make the payment, an error message comes. The moment the error message comes, the price goes to 93,000 rupees or 78,000 rupees. What? Yes, sir. Yeah. This has been happening because probably Tata TCS is using a supremacy in this software. And because we have so everyone's got a miles account, so we are logged in. So this is happening very frequently, even from Delhi to Chennai or Chennai. So this doesn't come under the DGCA rules. Because DGCA is only in charge when the airline cancels a flight or reschedules a flight. But this is happening in software front. Sir, there's a conspiracy happening. And we would like you to do an inquiry, thorough inquiry, because Tata now is the monopoly in the business segment. So this money is paid by the government of India. The ticket fare.
माननीय मंत्री जी, माननीय सदस्य ने बहुत गंभीर विषय उठाया है और ये बहुत गंभीर है, इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए। ये कई माननीय सदस्यों ने शिकायत की क्योंकि इसका पैसा पार्लियामेंट से जाता है, इसलिए मैं चिंता है।
Definitely, sir. We'll get the matter investigated, and also our senior member has mentioned, DGCA looks after the rights of the passengers and it dwells into that, and also there is DGCA traffic monitoring, tariff monitoring unit also, which looks after this specific issue that you have said. So we are going to investigate that. We are going to ensure that this kind of incidents doesn't happen in the future, sir. Thank you.
Sir, you are an young minister. I know your answers will not be templates or copy paste. Sir, I know you will be having an intent to do something for our NRI communities. Sir, they are treated like people deported from the country by the airlines. At times, the airline prices will be 5,000 or 6,000. For the same distance during the vacation, during the season, when they come to meet their family, they are being charged 50,000, 60,000, sir, even to 85,000 for economic class. Sir, how can a four-member family afford this? How can they come back? Sir, people at the time of their parents' death, they can't even come for their funeral, sir. It's a sad state of condition for our NRI party, sir. Something must happen. We must involve in, sir. They are not orphans. We have a government to question the airline companies treating them very bad. So I kindly request you involve in this to take some actions regarding this.
The honorable member has raised a very important question, sir, and of course I sympathize with the issues that he has flagged. And regarding the rules that we have within the ministry, sir, this is a market-driven approach that the airlines use for deciding the airfares. In fact, after I took charge as the Minister for Civil Aviation, my immediate commitment to the people of this country was I want to make the air prices affordable. I didn't know what was going through it. I was not aware of the rules, but I gave a commitment to the people that we are going to make it affordable, sir. And from my ministry, I am ensuring that whatever process can be involved in trying to ensure that happens, sir, we are trying to do. Now, right now, the rules are totally against doing that, sir. We don't have anything that at one point of time, when the DGCA wanted to do something also, the courts also got involved, sir. It is a very, very tricky process. And even when deciding the air prices, there are a lot of factors, lot of parameters that come into play, and especially one situation that the whole country needs to be aware of. There are 800 odd planes in the country, and because of engine issues, sir, almost 120 planes are grounded right now. They are not able to fly because of the lack of aircrafts that we have in our fleet. There is a lot of additional burden on the existing aircrafts also, which is also driving up the prices, sir. And right now, and the happy thing that the country should know is that we have 1,200 aircrafts on order, which is the highest in the world, sir. The country with the highest aircraft orders is India, and we are ensuring that they come on time, they be delivered on time, when we are ensuring from the ministry whatever best we can do in this. And additionally, sir, if there are already, like I said, civil aviation requirements, already rules in place which protects the passenger if the airlines is trying to manipulate any situation, if they are not trying to give them prior information, if they are not trying to give them a refund, there are rules already in place. If the honorable member has any specific case that has happened, we are very much willing to support the case and fight on behalf of the passenger and ensure that his right is protected, sir. Customer is always the king. That is our priority in the ministry, sir. Thank you.
Sayoni Ghosh.
Second supplement.
Thank you very
Supplementary.
much.
एक मिनट
Thank
माननीय सदस्य सप्लीमेंट।
Second supplement.
हाँ बोलिए, माइक चालू हो जाता है।
Sir, you talk about specific cases. Sir, this extreme exploitation has become a new normal for them. Sir, 1,10,000 crore is the remittance from NRI people a state like us receive. Sir, what we give them back? Sir, why can't we constitute a high-level committee to check into this, to hear out our people, to know the social and economic consequences, to enact a new law, to stop this exploitation? Why
Okay.
can't we formulate a high-level committee, sir?
It is a suggestion being given by the honorable member, sir. We'll definitely look into it.
Sayoni Ghosh.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, sir, and congratulations to our Minister, sir. Sir, there has been a rampant increase of elderly passengers and senior citizens traveling by airline due to various causes like physical convenience and saving time. So is there any senior citizen discount or concession available right now? If so, then details thereof. And if not, then will the minister take into consideration any sort of concession or discount for senior citizens or measures for ease of commutation and easier access?
I would like to comment on behalf of the ministry, sir. Sir, definitely whatever best we can do for the differently abled community or the senior citizens of this country, we are going to do, sir. And I don't specifically have what is being done on that side, but I'll pass on the information to the honorable member, sir.
So my question is, Calcutta is always, or Bengal is always neglected from all corners. Why second international airport in Calcutta is not taking shape? Proposal has been taken up, monetary allotment has been done, space has been proposed by the state government. But why not government is initiating the proposal? One reply is being given by the government that the distance of the second airport from Calcutta has some long distance. But if the government agrees, if the people of Bengal agree, if land is available, why not this second airport international is being initiated immediately, which is the desire and expectation of the people of Calcutta and Bengal for a long time? Will the minister reply in a positive form?
Thank you, sir. And I'd like to thank the honorable senior member also who has given his blessings. And especially regarding Calcutta, sir, the need is there, and definitely if the land is available and the state also supports for the construction and other, the connectivity between the two airports, the two locations that is there. And definitely we are going to take it up positively, sir. And I would request him that we'll definitely meet up after the session also. We can have a special meeting regarding the Kolkata airport, sir, and the development of the new terminal.
माननीय सदस्यगणों, सबकी बहुत मांग है इस विषय पर, बहुत सारे माननीय सदस्यों के सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन आए हैं। इस बार अगर समय बचा तो इस बार, नहीं तो अगली बार कॉल अटेंशन में लेकर इस पर सभी माननीय सदस्यों को बोलने का समय देंगे ताकि डिटेल चर्चा हो जाए जो कुछ भी परिवर्तन हुए। शॉर्ट में पप्पू यादव जी, शॉर्ट में पूछना, एक लाइन में।
मैं माननीय मंत्री महोदय से आपके माध्यम से पूछना चाहूँगा कि गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी भी और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी कई बार पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट, भागलपुर एयरपोर्ट का जिक्र कर चुके हैं कि वो खुल गया, हो गया। अभी तक पूर्णिया लैंड जो बिहार सरकार के द्वारा अधिग्रहण होना था, जिसमें 15 एकड़ लैंड अभी तक अधिग्रहण नहीं है। मैं आपसे मिल करके भी पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट के निर्माण कार्य की शुरुआत करने का मैंने आग्रह किया है।
माननीय मंत्री जी,
क्या इस साल में पूर्णिया एयरपोर्ट का आप शिलान्यास करके 2 साल के अंदर क्या वहाँ विमान चालू करने का कोई आपका निर्णय है? ये मैं आपसे पूछना।
पप्पू जी बैठ जाइए, नहीं तो लोग कहेंगे बिहार को बहुत ज़्यादा दे रहे हैं।
Sir, माननीय सांसद जी हमसे मिल चुके हैं सर इसी इसके, और हमारे अधिकारियों से भी उन्होंने जानकारी ली है, और जो भी थोड़ा ज़मीन का जो इशू था वो भी अभी सेटल होने वाला है सर। तुरंत उसको,
दीपेंद्र हुड्डा जी
उसके उसमें प्रारंभ करेंगे।
दीपेंद्र हुड्डा, संबित पात्रा जी शॉर्ट में।
धन्यवाद, आपने ये मौका दिया है। आपके माध्यम से मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से पूछना चाहता हूँ पूरी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के विषय में। 2021 में इस एयरपोर्ट के विषय में there was a need which arose for the international airport in Puri, and in the year 2023 the grant for the site clearance was forwarded by the Ministry of Civil Aviation. I just want to know what is the progress in this field, because the airport is to be built in Brahmagiri Tehsil, very close to the Jagannath temple, and because of the relevance of Jagannath temple and Puri being a tourist destination, this airport is of prime importance. So I would like to know through the Honorable Speaker as to how we have progressed
Okay.
in this field. Thank you.
सर पूरी
ओके
सर पूरी जो भगवान जगन्नाथ जी का क्षेत्र वाला एयरपोर्ट है उसके संबंध में सर, ये जो एयरपोर्ट है ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट है सर, और ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट जब बनता है सबसे पहले स्टेट हमें लिखता है कि यहाँ ये ज़मीन हम तैयार कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे एक नया एयरपोर्ट बने, और उसी तरह जब हमें प्रपोजल मिला मिनिस्ट्री को कि राज्य वहाँ पे एक एयरपोर्ट बनाना चाहता है, तो हमने उसका इनसाइट क्लियरेंस हमने दे दिया है सर। और जनरल प्रोसीजर ये रहता है आफ्टर साइट क्लियरेंस इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए फिर से वो राज्य डीपीआर बनाकर और उसका वो जो भी लैंड का हो, पावर का हो, वाटर का, वो सब तैयार कर वो फिर वापस हमें इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए रखता है सर। पर अभी तक हमें इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल के लिए स्टेट से कोई कुछ वो आया नहीं सर। बट द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, बिकॉज इट इज़ अ ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट बीइंग मेड ऑन पीपीपी मोड, द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रिलाइज विद द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द एयरपोर्ट। हम साइट क्लियरेंस देते हैं सर, वो दे दिया है, और अगर राज्य हमें लिखता है कि इन प्रिंसिपल अप्रूवल चाहिए तो हम ज़रूर उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करके वो देंगे सर, पर अभी तक आया नहीं सर अप्रूवल।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 44 श्री शफी परिमल। हाँ बोलो, आप तो चालू जाएगा माइक, आप चिंता मत करो, आप बोलो क्वेश्चन नंबर बोलो आप।
44 sir, question number 44.
It's on the table of the house.
माननीय सदस्य।
Sir,